Hey now, what is up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I am continuing my 31 days of horror movie reviews, and this time I am starting the Tremors franchise. For the very first time watching this movie, the first one came out in 1990. It was directed by Ron Underwood, and the plot is we meet these two repair guys who are in the small town of Nevada, and they're kind of just sick of their job. It's the same thing. It's boring. They want something different, something exciting. So they get that. They get that in the form of these giant size creatures. I don't know how exactly to describe them, how to portray just how big and how grotesque they are, but they live underground. And they come up, they grab humans to eat them in some of the worst ways possible. Now, what I thought of Tremors was, man, this movie was so creepy on so many levels. Let's first talk about the two main characters. Valentine is played by Kevin Bacon. Only Kevin Bacon can get away with playing a character named Valentine. He's very charismatic, he's very fun, very smooth. You can almost tell instantly that he's going to end up with the chick that they end up meeting. But Kevin Bacon, just likable. Not just because of that, but throughout the movie there are several points in time where he shows himself to be the hero. He's willing to sacrifice himself. He's willing to do things to save a kid, or to save the girl, or to save whoever he has to do. He's willing to put himself out there. I appreciated that. Fred Ward plays Earl, who he is the friend. He's the guy who's there. The two of them are sort of on the similar level as far as trying to save the day. They're both good guys, but they joke around. They have that sort of relationship. Finn Carter plays Rhonda. She's the woman that they meet as they're driving. She's like testing the area for earthquakes, the seismic shocks in the area. And her character, yeah, she's sort of on her way to become the love interest for Kevin Bacon, but I do like that she's intelligent. I do like that she's there to sort of figure out what these creatures are and how they're able to function, because they don't see, they don't have any sense of smell. They just feel. They go off of feeling, vibrations, and what they can hear underground. Let's talk about these creatures. These creatures. I heard very little about this movie. Really just I heard like the name of it. But I didn't know a whole lot else about it. Watching it, I was not prepared for what these creatures would look like. Let me first admire the practical effects, just the way the puppeteers, whatever, this animatronic, whatever they use to create this creature, it looks amazing because it looks real. It looks like something you can touch because it is. It's there. The tentacles coming out of its mouth, like the very first time you see any signs of it, it's just the little tentacle things coming out of the dirt to grab people, like the older couple that it snatches up. And that's creepy. But when you eventually see the overgrown thing and see that those tentacles are coming out of its mouth, and just whoever came up with the design of this is sick, has a warped, twisted mind. And even just this premise, look, this movie's rated PG-13. I don't know how, because there's some deaths that are disturbing, that are creepy to watch. But at the same time, it's not too overly bloody. I guess now that I think about it, it's not like huge amounts of blood, gore, and guts and all this stuff. But it's just seeing the creatures, seeing how fast they are, how powerful they are underground, seeing them go after people, even them trying to go after kids. It's so tense. So many moments where it felt like it didn't need the blood and stuff. Like the one scene where it grabs the Asian dude and sucks him into its mouth. You go, oh, what a horrible, horrible way to go. Really quick, some of the other characters. Michael Gross plays Burt Gummer, who was a likable character. He was one of the town's guy who immediately knew what to do. Immediately, sure, he had to be told that the creatures were underground. You had to stay away from it. So there was an issue there. But him and his wife, played by Reba McEntire. I didn't even realize it was her until I looked it up after the fact. But the two of them with their guns and shooting up that one creature in their shop, I mean, they fired off like hell. It was pretty badass, and it was cool to watch them just take it to this thing, just kill it, because eventually you knew it had to work. Eventually enough bullets were going to kill this damn thing, so they proved useful for that. An annoying character, though, Melvin Plug, I think is the character's name. The older kid who kept pulling pranks and kept joking around, and just, you wanted to smack him up. In fact, I didn't mind if he would have gotten killed by one of these creatures. It's horrible to say because he's just a teenager, but he was a dick. I wouldn't have minded. But I also want to mention the little girl in the movie. The blonde little girl is played by Ariana Richards, who obviously I know very well from Jurassic Park. This was a couple years before that. She's a lot younger here, but it was just nice to recognize the face and see it. Overall, I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to. I thought this could have either been a train wreck or it could have been a new gem that I discovered, and I feel like it is one of those. There's a shit ton of sequels, though, so it could go down from here. We'll find out. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Tremors? Is it one of your favorites? How much do you enjoy it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!
Swimming in beers, I've been through it all, let me trickle a tear. In case you didn't know, I was living sarcastic. A motherfucking monster, something Jurassic. Had to wrap the whole entire bed in plastic. She wants to dance when she fucking with raptors. Killing and adrenaline, and I'm sipping on the 4-0. Listen by a whole entire motherfucking torso. Oh, what a rush, sniffing some more blow. Let the bitch bleed and I'm making a porno. I'ma keep it going a few times, raw.